I've been workshopping the intro to this video for a while now because we are so excited to introduce you to Moxie's AI assistant. You can go from solopreneur to not so solo if that's your jam, because Moxie's assistant will know your business inside and out. You'll get a daily summary to let you know, here's what happened yesterday in your business. You also have this business summary available where you can take a look at month over month, week over week, and even if you want to see those kind of summaries every day, per day, you can take a look at those as well. Within your summary, you'll see projects and forms and time worked and new opportunities that have come in. So you can make sure you never miss one of those in case you like to have checks on checks on checks on checks. This is a great way to make sure you don't miss anything happening in your business. You can also ask your assistant questions about things that have happened, like who's my biggest client based on the time that was tracked during this period. Here is your biggest client. Lots of things you can talk to your assistant about, and they know what's going on in your Moxie account. Of course, any assistant worth their salt knows how to write a really quick email. Our assistant will give you a quick summary of what has happened in this entire email thread. And when you're ready to write that email, you can use our assistant to write your reply to say, words you're not actually going to use in an email, but you don't have to take on that mental load of like, how do I say this in a nice way? You can let the assistant know, here's about what I want to say. The assistant will write that email for you. And of course, you can always go back in and let your assistant know that you want that to sound a little bit differently on a rewrite. Same thing when you go to create your agreements. You can, I think it's really easy to get stuck kind of sitting in front of this like blank page of like, what am I supposed to say about my business here? Moxie's assistant can help you do that. So we'll say that we want to make this proposal 10 blog posts, $1 per word over the next 10 weeks. Moxie's assistant is going to try to get you some of this information. Like, can you tell me more about the goals and how many words? Of course, you can answer all of those questions and Moxie will use all of that information. But for our case, we're just going to say, just do your best. In which case, the Moxie assistant is going to help create a whole bunch of things for you based on the prompt that you gave it. We do have a bunch of help docs. If you need some help creating some excellent prompts, I recommend hitting this question mark and making sure that you check out our knowledge base around our AI assistant. But you can see here, I've kind of got all of this stuff that, yes, I could have sat down and typed out by myself, but I didn't have to think about it. Now I can hit create and it is going to add that into my proposal and allow me to be able to go in and edit it. I can add each of these pieces into my projects. I can add all of the things that you can add in your proposal, whether that's adding in your discovery forms, adding in your projects, making sure that you have your payment all set up. But now all of these pieces are in here based on just my one quick prompt. This allows you to get to editing so much quicker. You can also do that same kind of summarization with your tickets. So when your client submits their tickets, you can click on summary and you can see that there is a summary here about what's going on with this particular ticket. So you can click on summary. If there's nothing there, you can ask it to summarize what's going on and it will just give you a quick overview that will make it really easy for you to read what that ticket is about. You can also use Moxie's assistant to create a form. We know that kind of going in and creating a form can be a lot of clicks, right? Like you know exactly what you want to do. You just want someone to build it for you. So let's have our AI assistant write something for an intake form. So based on just a quick prompt, I can pull up kind of some basic structure. Again, the Moxie Assistant is going to try to get some more details from you, but if you just want to kind of get your first draft, you can always just kind of let it know, like, hey, just start making me a form. So you can let it know, here is what it's going to pull in all of these fields. It's going to ask all of this information. And you can always let it know how many columns you would like. So then when you go to create that form, now all of those things have been added in this form, and you don't have to go in and click and drag all of the right boxes over. Instead, Moxie's assistant can create that form for you. So I've got my 2 columns. I have all of this information, again, made from just a really quick prompt. If you want to make a quick invoice, you can do that as well with Moxie's assistant. Head into your client, and then when you go to create your invoice, you can use your assistant to create an invoice for any project, and you can just type it out and let your assistant know, hey, I just need that invoice to be created. Let's just say this is not taxable. And kind of unlike the other pieces, you're going to want to make sure that you answer these questions. We're just going to say it's a flat rate of. Now that I've answered all the questions, here is a quick summary of the invoice that is about to get created. We'll take a quick look here. And now I've got my invoice. Here's for the strategy project. I've got my flat rate here for my total, and it's pulling in all of that other information that, again, you can just do with a quick prompt. Finally, you can also do this with your projects. So when you go to create a project, we can pick this client. Let's say we want to start creating we'll create that same 10 blog posts over 10 weeks that we talked about in our earlier agreement. Let's just, again, here are lots of things we can do. Due dates. You can add a project name. And you can see here, now we've got a project name. Here are all of the blog posts that it's going to create. I'm just going to make a few less blog posts. So here is my project that was just created. And under, we have my 3 blog posts as tasks. They are set up 1 week apart. You can always go in and adjust these things, but the Moxie Assistant is going to give you just a quick way to set things up. Of course, you already know how to do all of these things in Moxie, but the assistant is here to make things even easier for you.